Hello there everyone, Shibi here. Hope everyone out there's doing well and staying back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game pocket ranked matches. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out a Solgaleo deck, which honestly at this point this deck might be a little bit dated, but I haven't actually played this deck for myself just yet, so I thought it'd be fun to try, especially with all the cards that have since come out since this deck has been released and was in its heyday. So we're going to still see if it's any good. And honestly, I haven't had much luck drawing from a Ho-Oh and Lugia at the time of recording of this. So we're just trying decks out that I haven't played before, just to see how they play and how they compete in the more modern era. Not that this deck is old, but the packs come out so quickly that things become old and dated very fast. But yeah, if you've never seen this deck played before, it's pretty simple. It just revolves around Sogaleo EX and Shiinotic, and the whole point of this is the name of the game is really speed. Shiinotic it gives you the ability to draw a random Pokemon card during your turn, so you can hopefully just mill your deck out pretty fast and get Solgaleo out and start doing damage. Since Solgaleo can has the ability to bring itself from your bench to the active spot, so you don't really have to worry about retreating with Shiinotic. So hopefully you just get your deck built up fast and hopefully overwhelm your opponent before they can get built up themselves. So, but yeah, if you're interested in playing this deck for yourself, I'll have the entire deck list in the description of the video below. But yeah, for now, let's just see if we can win some games online with Solgaleo. I'll be back when I find my first opponent. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we're going first, which is unfortunate, but since this deck doesn't take a whole lot to get going, we can hopefully get it built up pretty fast. But unfortunately, I guess maybe, I don't know if it's going to be fortunate or unfortunate. We're going to see if starting out with Cosmog is going to bite me in the ass here. All right, we do get a Pokeball. Let's see what we get. We get our other Cosmog, but no Solgaleo. We do have a rare candy, so we do kind of, in theory, have almost everything we need. We get a Morelull, which I would have kind of liked to start out with, but unfortunately we're not. But we can teleport and get out, and since they're running Houndour, they can't actually swing on me instantaneously, which is something. Alright, we'll get an energy into Cosmog. We'll evolve into Shiinotic. Now, the only thing I have left to draw is Solgaleo, which we get. We'll play Rare Candy. Get our boss monster out. And I guess we can evolve this one on the bench because we can. And I'm going to actually Sabrina in this other Houndour, just so Solgaleo didn't take any damage. And that'll be it. Alright, well, as poor as I thought that hand was going to be initially, it actually turned out pretty good. Alright. And we get our other Solgaleo. So let's just go ahead and get it out. Get an energy into the Solgaleo. We might as well just just get our full bench built up. Why not? And we'll get rid of this Houndour. We do take 10 damage here, but that's okay in the grand scheme of things. And they're going to bring in their Houndoom. Now we are going to lose a card from our hand when they attack here. And it's going to be a Lillie, which sucks, but can't win them all. But let's see what they opt to do here. Are they running Persian? Oh, well, I guess it really doesn't matter at this point. They have opted to concede, but we kind of did exactly what we hoped to do and get built up really quickly and kind of overwhelm them before they could get into their own game plan. But good games to that opponent. Hopefully we can string some more wins along, and I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we're going first again. Alright, again, not the worst thing in the world with this deck, though maybe with this hand. We do have a Solgaleo, we do have a Morelull, so we'll see we'll have to see what Oak gives us to see if this is a true disaster. But let's see what we're going up against. They got the Ho-Oh and Lugia art here, so that might be what we're going up against, maybe. Or not. Eevee and Absol. So maybe this is a Umbreon EX deck, potentially. But alright. Let's see if we can get our... Well, we get a Cosmog, and we do already have a rare candy in hand, so we actually can get started pretty quickly here. And we did draw Shiinotic as well. So alright, all good things. And that's really all I can do on my turn here. But thankfully we have everything we need. Hopefully a Mars or a red card doesn't happen, so we don't lose all of our hope and dreams. And make me sad. Alright, let's see. When are you running? Alright, you're also running Eevee EX. Now, I presume they're going to draw a card here. Well, I was right, but not in the way that I thought I was going to be right. Alright. So, we're going to take no damage. They're going to draw. Get a Sabrina here. Let's go ahead and evolve into Shiinotic. Play this rare candy here. Get our Solgaleo up and running. Next turn, we'll be ready to start swinging. Let's get energy into this one. Use Illuminate. Just go ahead and give us another card here. Not one that we needed, but that's alright. And we will end our turn here. Now, thankfully, we don't have a weakness to darkness with Shiinotic, so we won't take any additional damage when Umbreon, if I'm right about Umbreon being a part of this deck. Which I don't know why it wouldn't be. And there it is. Now, Umbreon has a built-in Cyrus, so we're just going to lose Shiinotic no matter what. Alright, that's the cost of doing business, I suppose. Alright, let's see what they opt to do here. I mean, they could tag in Sogaleo. That could be a possibility. But they don't. Alright, so we just lose Shiinotic. So which really means we need to hold on to this Solgaleo here. Alright, we get an Oak. Go ahead and get energy into our Solgaleo. Did Sabrina something in, but they're probably not going to give me Eevee EX. So we'll just Oak it up. And we do get a Pokeball. Alright, I'm trying to think. Do I want to put either one of these down? Or no, we'll hold on to them. I don't want to risk them getting Sabrina in. At least not while Umbreon's on the field. They attack or flee. I haven't drawn to a Cyrus, so I can't force it in. But we'll just have to play around whatever they opt to do here. Alright, they could have their other Umbreon, so there is that, but it can't attack. So they're going to have to concede something to me here. Either they lose Eevee, they lose Absol, they lose the other Eevee. They're actually just going to opt to swing. Alright, since they've done that, we're going to get our bench set up then. And I'm going to put an energy into this Cosmog. I'm going to play Lillie. Just kind of undo what happened here. And we'll take out Umbreon. And we have a Sabrina and a Cyrus at our disposal. So even if another Umbreon comes up, we're just going to tag in something on that bench and KO it. If all goes to plan. Or do they have their second Umbreon? I'd imagine so. And it really doesn't make it worthwhile for them to tag something in. Just, I mean, namely because they'd only get 1 point out of it. It would just be more worth it to do damage to Solgaleo. Now, 2 evolutions could potentially be trouble if they evolve both Eevees, because then they would have the ability to tank a little bit better. But hopefully they just got the 1. But are they running 2 Umbreons? They're really having to think about this, which I get it. They're kind of in a tough position here, especially if they don't have an Umbreon. Oh, they don't. Okay. So this is actually just GG's. All right, well, we won't drag it out. We'll just go ahead and KO Eevee. And that will be all she wrote. Props to you for not conceding. Waited. See it through to the end and taking the damage that you could. All right, well, we're 2-0 so far with Solgaleo here. Hopefully we can continue the good fortune. We are surviving. We're surviving here with this deck, which is a kind of a little bit of a surprise, but if it's good, still be good. All right, well, good games to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we finally get the good fortune of going second. And we start with Cosmog, but not much else. And no rare candy either to get this Solgaleo out, so our good fortune may be coming to an end here. We're going up against Darkrai? Is it Darkrai Giratina? It probably is. Alright, so we're at a race against time. To compound everything else, we can't even attack Giratina, so that's fine. Less fine, but it is what it is. And of course, they've just drawn into literally everything they need. So, here we are. Here we get our Cosmog out. Put an energy into this one, I suppose. Go ahead and get our Morelull. And really teleporting's all I can do. And since I really don't want to lose either one of the Cosmogs, we'll just bring it out. Alright, so now we need rare candy. That's kind of what we're playing towards at the moment. Alright, hopefully Oak will give me some good fortune here. It did not. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just evolve. And we'll get Solgaleo out next turn for sure. Alright, might as well build up our full bench. A little bit of a slower start than I would have wanted, considering what we're going up against. But we do what we can, and they've got 2 Darkrai's up. Alright, now they're kind of put in the position of not being able to get this particular Giratina out. Alright, let's go ahead and evolve into our Solgaleo. Get energy into this Cosmog. We'll just go ahead and mill our deck out. I mean, this one doesn't really do anything but shuffle our deck. We'll bring the Solgaleo to the forefront. And unless they have a leaf, they cannot get this Giratina out. So I do wonder if it is... We won't play Sabrina here. We are going to take 30 damage for this swing, though. Alright, we do lose the Solgaleo, though. If they have a leaf. All right, they don't have a leaf. They've opted to oak it up. And now that Giratina is ready to go. And I did not draw a rare candy, which is unfortunate. All right, we're actually... Trying to think if I want to... Well, we'll spin the Lillie to keep Solgaleo alive. And then we'll take out this Giratina. Now, them attacking with Giratina, I mean, they can chip at me with Darkrai, so that we are going to lose Sogaleo here. But not before Solgaleo or Giratina does 20 damage to itself, which will bring it down to 130. But it does put it out of KO range of Solgaleo, even if I get the opportunity to evolve up. And I drew another Sabrina. Okay, this is either a rare candy or a loss. All right, we did get our other rare candy here. Go ahead and evolve. Play our Pokeball just to shuffle the deck at this point. All right, so I need to do some calculations here. Well, actually, we draw if they kill Solgaleo. So there's really no reason to not attack here, honestly. So yeah, if they attack me with Giratina, we both lose. So it's a draw. It is less a draw now. It is no longer a draw at all. Well, actually, it still is a draw. Unless they bring in Darkrai, which obviously they're going to do, right? So unfortunately, our Shiinotic took some damage, so we could not avoid this outcome, sadly. All right, well, we're going to drop a game to Giratina and Darkrai, unfortunately. This puts us at 1-1, not too bad. If things could have gone a little bit our way, we could have maybe overcome that, but I think we played that almost as cleanly as at least I could. But yeah, good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find one more match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here, and we do have the good fortune of going second. And close to the ideal opening hand. I would have liked to have seen a rare candy here. Why did I try to play a Pokeball like it was a basic Pokemon? Probably because I'm stupid. All right. Let's see. So we're going up against Crobat. But let's see if we can get started before they get started, which is the game plan of any deck. And we get a rare candy. All right. All good things. We'll play Pokeball. We'll grab our Morelull, which is really the only thing we could have grabbed there. And nothing else I could do. We'll retreat this one and bring Morelull in so we don't have to take any damage on our Solgaleo, and we don't have to live with the type disadvantage here. Maybe we do get poisoned, but better Morelull than Cosmog. And we do get a Lillie, which is nice. Put energy into our Cosmog. Play rare candy. Get Solgaleo out. And they already conceded. All right. We got started off really, really fast in that one, so they were probably kind of doomed in that one. But since that one was so fast, I'll actually go find one more match. But good games is that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like I found my for real final opponent here, and we get to go second once again, which is always nice. And this is not a terrible hand. Now, it does suck not to have Cosmog, but we do have an Oak here, so we still do we run into the same person again? I didn't pay attention to the name, so I don't actually know. So it's another Crobat deck. Or it could be pure coincidence, who knows at this point. Alright, we got our Cosmog. And we have Solgaleo in hand. Now, obviously, I would like to see a rare candy. We get a Pokeball and a Sabrina. We'll play the Pokeball to mill out our deck further. Grab another Cosmog while we're at it. And we'll end our turn. Alright, so now we're just kind of biding our time for a rare candy. And they're running Nihilego along with this as well. Makes sense for the poison damage. And we will take more poison damage. And this will be 20 now. Alright, we get a Lillie. Fortunately, no rare candy in sight just yet. So we'll just kind of split the wealth here. Get rid of the poison. I'll evolve this one. And next turn, we'll have our Solgaleo no matter what. And we might as well just mill out our deck further. And we get another Solgaleo. Not too bad. And that's really all I can do here. Alright, let's hope they haven't already drawn in the Crobat. Alright, they've got Darkrai out here. Now, I do think I survived this just ever so slightly. Alright. And we got a rare candy on top of it, so we can get actually both our Solgaleos out. So there's Solgaleo 1. Play rare candy. And get Solgaleo 2. I will opt to put the energy into the fancier Solgaleo. And I'll play a well, actually, let's do this real quick. Just to mill out the deck further. And then, so we don't lose our Lillie, I will make them Sabrina something in. Alright, they're going to choose this other Zubat. And we'll go ahead and pop it. I can't remember if you're unfamiliar with it, but that item that's attached to Zubat, if you attack into it, you have to discard something from your hand. Which is why I opted to do that Sabrina trade, because we do want to try to keep our Lillie for as long as we can, so Solgaleo hurts itself. I can't remember if it's all cards or just supporter cards. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. It's not a card I actually see a lot. But Solgaleo is going to take a decent amount of damage because of the poisoning. They're going to opt to Cyrus in the Shiinotic. I think I would have rather taken the damage if I was in their position on the Solgaleo. But this at the very least is a guaranteed KO, I suppose. Especially since they could have just Darkride it. Which I guess they're just going to do both. I don't know if I'd have wasted a card to pull it in. Well, I always forget Darkride's exact effect. Is it just active or is it bench? Oh, it's just active, so never mind. That was a smart play for them. Okay, we got 2 Lillies here. So I'm not 100% concerned. Do I need to do some calculations to make sure Darkrai doesn't kill me? Because of that, I'll actually bring in the healthier Solgaleo, even though it is just 10 health. But that's it. That could make all the difference. So I KO it. I take 20 damage immediately because of Rising or because of Soul Breaker. Well, actually, it'll be 30 because we are taking one out, and that'll drop me down to 150. Pop by Darkrai drops me down to 110, and then 80 from Darkrai drops me down to 130. So I will survive if I've calculated this properly by the skim of my teeth, but we kind of have to go for this anyhow because I have no other options. So yeah, this will be a nail biter. Let me take the 20. Drops me down to 130. Again, we take the damage. Actually, my math was... No, my math was right, I think. Probably not. But we do win here regardless. We're going to use Rising Road. Bring in our other Sogaleo, get rid of the poison. Play this because we can. And we have 2 points. And both of those get one shot by Solgaleo. And they opted to concede. All right. Well, we managed to go... I think my math was bad in that match, and I think it's going to be bad here. I think we went 3-1 on the day. I think we only dropped one match against Giratina and Darkrai. But managed to sweep the board in every other match. So I guess you have to in order to win. But yeah, Sogaleo, still pretty good. Who would have thought? I don't know what took me so long to get around to actually playing this deck, but better late than never, I suppose. For future plans on Pokemon stuff, it really just depends on what I draw on the boosters to what I play. I haven't done a Lugia Ho-Oh deck yet, but I'm still missing one Ho-Oh to make that work. Plus, there's a bunch of other Ho-Oh decks that I want to run as well, like Ho-Oh Rayquaza, Ho-Oh Snorlax, and a bunch of plethora of other things. But depending on when and if I draw into that other Ho-Oh will depend on what I build. Curse of being a free player, that's why I'm kind of a little bit behind on playing most decks, because I'm just kind of at the mercy of that. But all right. Regardless, I'm going to end the video here, though. If you made it this far, I do thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.